Out of all the issues in politics, out of all the issues in the country, out of all the issues in the world, I could not have imagined before it happened that this issue would have a significant role in this year's elections.
I was angry at my mother.
Okay.
So I started saying, Mom! 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 Why did you do that to me?
It's non-sexual. It establishes like parent-child relationship. So he didn't experience this growing up with his dad.
That, of course, was a man named Richard Cohen, a guest on this program last December. Mr. Cohen believes that he can cure the gay, that he can cure homosexuality through a complicated combination of beating pillows with tennis rackets, cuddling, if you're a man, with him, and religion. And if you just send away for one of Mr. Cohen's books or overpriced DVDs, no checks or COD, please, he'll be happy to show you the Cure the Gay way. As it turns out, the homosexuality can be cured racket is not just guys like Richard Cohen seeking to knit their own ragged souls back together and to profit from your gullibility and shame. It is not just the sad sack Richard Cohens of the world. It's also now 2 Republican candidates for the United States Senate. 2. We already knew that Delaware candidate Christine O'Donnell's rise to prominence as a Christian activist involved a nationwide tour promoting the idea of curing the gay. She toured the country with a young man named Wade Richards, who is now gay again. Mr. Richards put out a YouTube video when Christine O'Donnell won the Republican primary for Senate. He seems very nice and happy and says he is very much still gay. But at one point in her career, Christine O'Donnell toured him around the country, showing him off as cured. Now, thanks to David Corn's reporting at Mother Jones magazine, we also know that Alaska's Joe Miller is also linked to the Cure the Gays racket. Joe Miller has on his campaign payroll the man who runs hopeforhomosexuals.com. You know, what you're hoping for homosexuals, I'm sure, is very different depending on who's asking. But for this particular guy, Joe Miller's guy, Terry Moffat, his hope for homosexuals is that they will be homosexuals no longer. As David Corn reports, hopeforhomosexuals.com in June flew an airplane towing a banner over Disney World's annual Gay Days event. The banner said, Jesus Christ, www.hopeforhomosexuals.com. If you visit that website, you will find all the usual cure the gays malarkey. You know, being gay is the result of trauma. Being gay is also a choice. I don't know how those two things are together, but there they are. Also, being gay kills you. Boo. David Corn points out the more interesting thing about this all, though, which Joe Miller should probably be asked about. The most interesting thing here is that the anti-gay organization run by this man on the Joe Miller campaign payroll explains its anti-gay advocacy by saying that it is motivated by a healthy fear of God's judgment that will otherwise be wrought on individuals who reject God's laws and our nation for turning a blind eye. And our nation. God's judgment on the nation if a blind eye is turned to homosexuality. So the whole reason that Joe Miller's campaign consultant is trying to cure the gays is to save the country from God's wrath? Maybe? America, land of the free, home of the straight? Or else? Do you remember when Jerry Falwell said that 9/11 happened because of the gays? I think this might be the same idea. Joe Miller famously has said that he will not answer any questions about his past. Not going to do it. Wouldn't be prudent. Joe Miller's Cure the Gays advisor, however, is Joe Miller's present, not his past. This is happening now. Mr. Miller, do you care to comment?